Welcome to the Dog Mystic Show. I am the Dog Mystic, Sherry A. Marquez. My mission is to help as many animals and people as possible. My mission is to keep dogs in their forever home by teaching owners how to train their dogs without treats and teach them how to get and keep themselves and their animals healthy. So, my tip for today is a dog's sense of smell is about 50,000 times stronger than ours. And the best example was the other night. My neighbor has a beagle mix. So he's kind of like a beagle shepherd mix. And I was walking my dog 1 block away. So we were walking down the street, and she was walking her dog down 1 block away. But there's houses, and then there's the grass like in between. And normally, like, he's just walking and smelling, and because he's a beagle, like all scent dogs have even a stronger sense of smell. So normally he's smelling and peeing, but this night he was pulling her down the street and really excited and everything. So when we came around the corner, he was literally pulling her down. And she's like, it's unbelievable. He knew that you guys were there. Now, dogs do have a sixth sense, so they know, they can pick up on energies and from 20 to 30 feet away. But for him, because he has the beagle in him, it was the scent. So he smelled Prince, and he knew that he was coming around the corner and he was going to be able to see his buddy. So it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what dogs are capable of. They can pick up on energies. They know exactly whether a person is a good person or has negative energy from 20 to 30 feet away. So they're angels. They're angels placed on this earth to bring us into the present moment. And that's the main thing. Allow them to get you out of your monkey mind and just pet them and breathe with them and enjoy. So today I have a special guest. Her name is Bonnie Hardie. And this is all about For the Love of Animals. And she loves animals, and it's more or less just interviewing her to see exactly where her love for animals began, and just to see where her story takes us from, let's say, birth until now. So give me one moment. I'm going to bring her on. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome.
Hello, Sherry. Happy Friday. Thank you very much for having me on here. This is such a pleasure to speak to you today.
Thank you so much. And so happy to have you on the show. So tell me, where did your love for animals start?
Probably when I was very little. I've almost always had animals growing up. Growing up in my family, we mainly had dogs, but we had cats too once in a while. At one point, we had two about 150-pound Great Danes and a poodle. So that was a lot of fun playing around with the Great Danes and stuff like that. That was my brother and I we used them as pillows or laying down watching TV and stuff like that. So I've almost always had animals. I've gotten cats for my birthday, gotten dogs for my birthday. When I think I was like 6 years old, I got a little poodle dog for my birthday. So his name was Jock. So he was my baby and stuff like that. And then growing up later on, as I moved out of the house and I did my own things, several years ago, I lived in a house with a roommate, and we had at one point 15 cats. So that was quite a lot. However, it was a lot of fun because they would lay in bed with me and sleep with me. I would almost always have at least 7 or 8 of the cats in my bed with me. And, I would have to get in one spot and lay down and be comfortable. And then everybody else would come in and they lay down, and that was it. Nobody could move for the rest of the night.
So, were they inside and outside cats, or like more? How are they?
They were inside cats. So it's kind of a little crazy how it happened. We had so many because when I first moved in there, my roommate had 2 cats and 1 dog. One of the cats got out and got pregnant and had 1 kitten, which was named Dr. Seuss. And then a little while later, the cat got out and got pregnant again and had 3 cats, which were Coco, Vanilla, and Butterscotch. And Butterscotch and Vanilla were boys, and Coco was a little girl, and Dr. Seuss was a little girl. And then my beautiful little baby boy, Butterscotch, he ended up getting both of his sisters pregnant at about the same time. So we ended up having Coco had like 5 kittens, and a few days later, Dr. Seuss had 1 kitten. So then we had, now we have like 6 kittens. And of those 6 kittens, we named most of them after tea. So we had spicy chai, we had peppermint, we had Earl Grey, we had jasmine. Spiky came in through one. I'm not sure how Spiky happened. And so we ended up with 15 cats in total. And they were, all very lovable, very crazy, all over the place. And they were everywhere I went. They were just right there with me in bed, going to the bathroom, going, and anywhere in the house. I would be doing coaching calls, and people would be wanting to see the cats. They'd be like, "Which cat is this one?" and stuff like that. And Butterscotch and Vanilla were the boys, and they were pretty big boys when we went to get them fixed. Butterscotch weighed 9.25 pounds, and Vanilla weighed 11.25 pounds. So 9.75 pounds and 11.25 pounds were those 2. So they were pretty big boys. When they laid down and went to sleep, they were done. They weren't moving. And before we got them fixed, they would like to, I'd be sitting on the computer doing calls with people, and they would be, facing me, and they would try to be jumping in my lap. And it's like, well, I'm not sure that my friends really want to see your balls right in my camera. So you need to kind of move a little bit. But people wanted, they were so excited when I had the kittens and stuff. And I actually had a friend of mine, her children named a couple of my kittens. So it's like, that's pretty cool and stuff like that. So I am an animal lover for sure. Love dogs, love cats. And I'm staying right now, as you spoke before, in an Airbnb in Atlanta, Georgia. And there are several outdoor cats here. So they're getting to know me. They're still a little skittish of me because they're outdoor cats, but pretty soon they'll be eating out of the palm of my hand.
Oh, that's awesome. And, I mean, that's the beauty of where we're at right now, because of COVID and quarantine and doing calls on video instead of face to face. Then we just have to deal with what's going on, like deal with the surroundings. And also, I mean, because you do like you said business coaching calls.
Yes, I am a women's empowerment coach. So I do coaching calls with people, and I do vision board workshops with people. So I'm online quite often on calls with different people.
Nice. Well, see, I mean, like, that's beautiful too, because the people can feel the energy of the cats, and like,
Right.
and especially if you were there certain times where the kittens were running or climbing or doing like crazy things. So like, just to make you both laugh and just to to enjoy the coaching call even more because of the scenarios that were going on with the animals?
Oh, definitely. There'd be time when like they'd be like laying on my bed and maybe two of them might have started fighting a little bit. So I'd have to say, hang on one second, let me go and separate these two because it got a little too crazy. And then 2 minutes later, they were fighting again. But the one a minute earlier that had been the aggressor, now he's being beaten up and he's whining and stuff. So I'd have to separate them. Usually it didn't happen too often. They just sometimes got a little crazy. But I'd be, sitting there on a call and one of them would like crawl into my lap and I'd have to hold him and then they'd fall asleep. So it's like sing a song, sing a rockabye baby to my kitten. So he falls asleep as I'm doing my coaching call and stuff. So that was always funny. They always like to try to identify which cat it was. It was one of the bigger ones, one of the smaller ones, and which one, who's who and which is what. And, they could hear him in the background sometimes, playing with each other. Or I would sometimes have two on my lap, or one would be like, sometimes they'd be like in my arms like a baby, and sometimes they'd be over my shoulder like this. I'd be like patting them on the back like they were a baby and stuff like that. It was all sorts of craziness, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So, we were talking before she came on, and she says now she's working, like, she's still doing the business coaching, the women empowerment, but pretty much enjoying the fact of being able to be a digital nomad. So as long as you have internet, then she's able to travel. So tell me about your how'd that come about? Like how did you just choose a different way, of life?
Well, it's just me right now. I don't have any animals. I don't have a significant other or children, so I can kind of do what I want. I don't have a whole lot of things. But basically all of my items that I have fit in like, 3 bags total. So I can pack up my bags and go at any time I want, whenever I want, wherever I want, depending on, finances, exactly where it's at, how to get there and stuff. Because I don't have a vehicle, so I have to use public transportation currently. However, I just, decided to come to Atlanta, Georgia. It was kind of an easy trip. Got on the mega bus 10:30 at night in Orlando, Florida, and at 7:30 in the morning we were in Atlanta, Georgia. So it was like, I was telling people online, like we talked earlier, I went to sleep in Florida and I woke up in Georgia. So it was a big difference and stuff like that. And I've stayed in Airbnbs, hostels, and hotels, and all 3 have their good points, and all 3 have their bad points. And depending on where I want to go and stuff like that, I'm not sure when I'm done with this reservation on the 19th if I'm going to go back to the Central Florida area for a little while, if I'm going to go someplace else for a little bit. It just depends on several things. And I do like to be the type of person that's in control and knows everything that goes on, but I've also realized that I need to let loose and leave some of that control and just kind of go and kind of pop up with what comes up. Right now in Atlanta, Georgia, as you can probably hear the birds in the background chirping, and it's a little bit cold right now, but it's not too bad. I'm really close right now to a drive-in theater, and next to the drive-in theater, there's a flea market swap meet on weekends. So I'm going to go there this weekend, check it all out. If there's like 4 other people that's Airbnb right now, they seem pretty cool. So it's great. I'm loving it, and I'm just trying to figure out my way in my life. And I'm going to be 60 years old in August, and I'm just now getting started. And sometimes it takes a little while to get rocking and rolling. I'm a very late bloomer. However, I'm getting there. I'm doing that. I'm being on podcasts, being on summits, getting my, name out there, being in magazines and stuff. And it's like, hey, let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? So I'm out there. I'm doing it. This is what I work with women on, women's empowerment coaching, saying, don't worry about other people's opinions. Do what you want to do. And now it's like, hey, cool. This is an example of doing what you want to do and not worrying about other people's opinions. That's for sure.
I love it. That is so fabulous. See, it's never too late. It's never too late. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's going to bring you joy? And do it. Do it and feel the fear and do it anyway. Like my favorite quote is fear creates danger and courage dispels it, because it's true. Like, yeah, like if you're fearful of something, of a change, your brain doesn't know whether it's fear or excitement. So turn the fear
Right.
into excitement, because you have that burning desire to do something that's going to bring you joy. And you only have one life to live, so live it now instead of, well, the future and this and that. And because if you don't, then um, the stress can cause many medical issues to make you slow down and just say, like, it's your body telling you that, guess what, you're not listening to anything all the cues that we're giving you, so we're going to make you slow down whether you like it or not, and then give you that time to be like, okay, fine. It is what it is. So got to make those
Right.
changes.
And you got to make the changes. I was telling people it's like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. I was scared, I was nervous, I was happy, I was excited. There were a lot of tearful conversations with people before I left. And it's like I'll be back. I'm not leaving forever. I'm not sure when I'm coming back, but I'll be back, and I'll be popping in and out and stuff like that. And Central Florida is always going to be my home. However, it's like I need to get out and do different things and just explore the horizons. And I'm actually thinking of this year for my birthday taking a 5-day cruise for my birthday. Call it Bonnie's Birthday Bash and post about it online. Saying if you want to come, come, and if not, I'm being 60 years old, I'll be there on the boat anyway. I'm not really concerned about it. I'll be there on living my best life. I know on a cruise ship for my 60th birthday this year, which is what I'm planning in August.
Perfect. Nice. Can't beat that. And
That's
even
right.
though you don't, like, that's like, even though you don't have, because you're traveling and you don't have your own animals, you have all the nature and all the animals all around you. So, and different experiences for every place that you go. So it's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn about different birds. I saw a robin the other day, and I see different birds flying around. And there were some crows I saw over in the parking lot next door the other day. So it's interesting trying to learn all the different. Step out of my comfort zone and learning different things. And I can take these experiences that I'm going through and use them to help others, and and help myself, and say, hey, are you just jump out and do it? The Nike slogan, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? It's like I'm definitely told everybody when I'm done with this, I'm going to be totally different person. They may not recognize me. They'll be like, yeah, who's that? Who are you? It's like, it's me. I'm back, for a little bit, and I'm going back out again. We'll see what happens.
It's the new you, the new you
That
for
that's
60
right.
plus.
It's Yeah, that's right. We're in March now. We're starting a new year, 2024. It's like I hope you soar in 2024. My name of my business is Rockstar Women's Empowerment Coaching, helping you to soar in 2024. Reset, renew, restore. I do that for other people, so I said I need to do that for myself. So I'm doing that for myself, resetting, renewing, and restoring, my mind, body, soul, everything right now, so I can help other people even more than I have been already.
Awesome. And where can people find you?
Right now, you can find me on Facebook at Bonnie S Hardie, or send me an email at bonniehardy@yahoo.com. I am working on getting a website going, which I think I will call that mindsetmaverick.com or .org or something like that. So I call myself Mindset Maverick, Mindset Mentor, Gratitude Guru, stuff like that. So, but for right now, it's Facebook, Bonnie S Hardie, and my email is bonniehardie@yahoo.com. Contact me, let me know what's going on, see how I can help you live your dream life.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, thank you so very much for coming on. And that's for the love of animals. It's extremely important. They're here to bring us love and give us as much love as possible. And their power of forgiveness is absolutely amazing. So
that's right. The power of love through animals is awesome. And thank you very much, Sherry, for having me on. I really do appreciate it. It's a great time talking to you today.
Thank you. Awesome. So have a wonderful day, night, wherever you're tuning in from. And check out thedogmystic.com. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube, which is The Dog Mystic. So thank you very much. Bye.